All right, today we're going to talk about something that's on pretty much every parent's mind. How do we build a stronger, more positive relationship with our kids? Now, this isn't about finding some kind of magic words, but it is about creating a blueprint, a real foundation of trust and understanding, one conversation at a time. So, let's dive in. Have you ever been there, that moment where you feel that gap between what you want to say to your child and what actually comes out, especially when things are tense? If you have, you are definitely not alone. It's a huge challenge, but the good news is communication is a skill, and it's one we can all get better at. And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? This isn't just about surviving a meltdown in the grocery store aisle. It's about realizing that every single effort we make, every time we try, is a long-term investment. We're not just parenting for today. We're literally building the foundation for the confident, emotionally healthy adults our children are going to become. So let's stick with that big picture for a minute. Think of positive communication as the actual architectural plan for your child's inner world. It's what shapes their confidence and their ability to connect with other people for the rest of their lives. And what's so incredible when you look at this is how all of these benefits just domino into each other. When a child really feels heard and understood, their self-confidence just blossoms. And that confidence helps them navigate their big emotions, which in turn strengthens your family bond, and it can even boost how they do in school. It's a really powerful, positive cycle. Okay, so the big question, how do we actually do this? Let's get practical. It really boils down to three core pillars. These are the absolute non-negotiable foundations for creating that safe and trusting environment that our kids need to thrive in. So here they are, our three starting blocks: listening, naming feelings, and setting boundaries. They might look simple on the screen, but trust me, when you truly master these, it changes everything. They create the kind of predictability and safety that children crave. Let's break each one down. First up, true listening. And I love this because it shows how simple, yet just how profound this can be. This isn't just about hearing words. It's about showing respect. Physically getting down on their level shows them, hey, you have my full attention. And resisting that powerful urge to jump in and correct them, that tells them that their feelings and their perspective actually matter. Okay, write this one down. This simple little phrase is one of the most powerful tools you have. A sentence like this doesn't try to fix the problem right away. It does something way more important. It validates their feeling. You're not saying you agree with the behavior. You're just acknowledging the emotion behind it. You're showing them, I see you and I get it. So, once we've got that foundation in place, it's time to start building on it. This next part is all about being proactive. How do we encourage more of the good stuff, the behaviors we want to see? Well, it comes down to a really simple rule. What gets reinforced gets repeated. Now, this is such a crucial distinction to make. It's all about praising the action, not just the person. You're a good child is nice, but it's pretty vague. But when you say, I loved how you put all your toys away so neatly, see the difference? It's specific. It tells them exactly what they did right, which makes it so much more likely they'll do it again. And we can never forget this fundamental truth. Our kids are always watching us. How we handle our own anger, the way we speak to our partner, how we solve problems, that is the most powerful lesson we will ever teach. They're going to imitate what we do way more than they'll ever listen to what we say. Now, things are going to go wrong. That's just a fact. But let's try to reframe that. This section is all about seeing those really difficult moments not as battles we have to win, but as incredible opportunities to teach some really critical life skills. This question right here, it's your secret weapon. It is the ultimate pause button. Before you react to whatever behavior is happening on the surface, just take a breath and become a detective. Ask yourself, what is my child really trying to tell me? Are they tired? Overwhelmed? Jealous? Misbehavior is almost always a message in disguise. And this difference is so important. Punishment often just creates fear or makes a kid dig in their heels and get more stubborn. A logical consequence, on the other hand, connects their action directly to the outcome. So if a toy gets broken, punishment might be a timeout. A logical consequence is, okay, let's get the glue and work on fixing this together. It directly teaches responsibility. We have to address this directly. While yelling or hitting often comes from our own frustration, and we've all been there, they are just fundamentally counterproductive. They chip away at the very trust we are working so hard to build. And worse, they teach the lesson that force and aggression are how you solve your problems. All right, in our final section, let's look at how all these pieces really come together. We're going to focus on two of the simplest, but honestly most powerful tools that you have for building a truly unbreakable bond with your child. 10 to 15. It might not seem like a lot, but this number, this small number, could honestly be the single most effective strategy we talk about today. We're talking about minutes. Just 10 to 15 minutes of dedicated one-on-one special time every single day. And I mean phones down, TV off, zero distractions. It's just you and them. This small deposit into their emotional bank account fills their need for connection so profoundly that studies show it can dramatically reduce unwanted behaviors. This phrase right here teaches the single most important lesson of all: unconditional love. The goal is to always separate the child from their behavior. We can dislike the action, "I did not like that you hit your brother," while always reinforcing our love for the child. And this really captures the entire philosophy perfectly. If you remember one thing, let it be this. It's about building that bridge of connection first. When connection is our primary goal, correction becomes so much easier. A child who feels fundamentally safe and loved is just far more open to our guidance. So, as we finish up, I'll leave you with this question. Look, you don't have to do everything at once. That's just overwhelming. What is the one small thing? Maybe it's praising the action. Maybe it's taking that pause. Maybe it's scheduling that 10 minutes of special time. What's the one thing you can start today? Because that one small change is how you begin to build something truly incredible.